This Morning. I'm Sarah Colvin, and joining me live on the phone, I welcome our Director of Public Works, Dan Santos. Dan, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Doing very well. A little tuckered out from all the parades.
I know. I have to say, it must have been fun to travel up and down the streets. So you were in the Barnstable Parade, right, and also the Hyannis Parade. I saw you in the Snow Fighter.
Yes.
Must have been fun to be able to drive around in that without any snow around.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You're pretty high off the ground, that thing. Nosebleeds.
Indeed. I'm sure it got a lot of good response seeing that big snow fighter go through the parades.
Yeah, it's fun.
Absolutely. Lots of fun. Well, good to see that. Good PR for the DPW. So let's talk about what happened on Friday. The health advisory was lifted on Friday. Tell me a little bit about where we're at in terms of our Hyannis water.
Yes, well, we're all clear. I mean, the water is meets all standards from the Department of Environmental Protection and the U.S. EPA, and we're in full compliance. The water can be used for drinking and all purposes. We have put a new treatment system on one of our wells, and we're buying some water for Yarmouth, and we're going to continue testing on a regular basis and make sure that we keep below that standard. That's certainly our goal in all this, that we provide safe drinking water that people don't need to worry about.
Absolutely.
And as you know, we provided bottled water and took a lot of actions over the last 6 or 7 weeks, which all have worked out in our latest sampling round to be below the health advisory level.
Absolutely.
And so I think we're in good shape. We have water for the busy time of the year, which is right now, our busiest weekend, and we're able to accommodate all the needs. So, we're very pleased about this because, it's obviously stressful for people who use the water when they have to be careful or think about it. And, our job is to just kind of quietly provide the water that everyone needs, and no one has to worry about it. So.
Absolutely. And really all of this, as you said, over the past 6 or 7 weeks, out of an abundance of caution, the EPA had changed its limits, its health advisory of parts per billion for those perfluorinated compounds. And again, this all kind of tracks back to an issue that happened last year with the Barnstable County Fire Training Academy. So in terms of conversations, Dan, that the town is having with the county in finding some solutions, some funding for this, so where are we in terms of that?
Well, it's hard to say. We have been working with the Department of Environmental Protection, who's been in contact with the county, and I think they're trying to urge them to sit down with us and come to some agreement on responsibility. It's the town's position, and has been right along, and it's pretty clear that the contamination of the Mary Den wells is from that operation at the Fire Training Academy, which is off Mary Den Road. And so the town's willing to work with the county and, come up with a means for them to reimburse the town for our costs, and hopefully with DEP's involvement, they'll sit down with us soon. But we're going to make sure that we take care of the interests of our ratepayers, because, they shouldn't be bearing the burden of the costs of this at all, and so that's what we're going to continue. So I'm going to remain optimistic that we can come up with an agreement that gets the reimbursement to the town, and then I think we'll be in good shape.
Great. So all clear there for the Hyannis water system. I wanted to go back, Dan, and talk a little bit about 4th of July. Of course, in addition to the snow fighter being in the parades, DPW really plays a huge role in helping to organize, street closures and cleanup. I know the street sweepers go on right after the parade is over in Hyannis. So can you talk to me a little bit about really the work that goes into, at least from the DPW's perspective, helping to make sure that all of the parades in the town of Barnstable and all of the events go off without a hitch?
Yeah, and well, it's not very complicated, really. It's just making sure we're doing what we normally do. It just gets compressed, and there's a little more of it. So, we work with the organizers, particularly and police, on road closures. So we have barricades that we deploy, and then we erect them, and then take them down and bring them back to our place, and those are, that's all planned out for where they go and at what time they're going to go. So that's choreographed, and executed, I think, and they've done it so much they really, they're very good at it. And so between that and then the other is, as you mentioned, the street sweeper is, there's a lot of debris left behind on the roads, the parade routes, and we bring the street sweepers right down afterwards. It's almost as if they're part of the parade. And then the other thing is trash removal, and we have our packer truck and our trash truck ready to empty the waste cans and the trash cans and barrels right after those events as well, and back to normal. And it's like the parade goes by, we clean up, and then the cars follow, and it's like it never happened.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to see how quickly, especially given all of the people, the kids, the snacking, the business that's going on downtown, how quickly it turns around and everything looks fantastic.
Yeah, we do those for all the events, the fireworks. We do it for the car show. There's good managers in the town and organizers, and we just play a part of. We do our part for that, and it's providing a service, and it's not glamorous, but it's got to be done.
Absolutely. So summer season focus, obviously those events, keep the staff busy, but in terms of, work that you'll be doing this time of year, what's really the big focus right now?
Well, I wouldn't say there's any one big focus. It's a nice time of the year weather-wise, so we're doing all of our grounds work. Those folks are very busy, keeping all the grass cut and the plants watered and the beds mulched, and there's a lot of that across town. The grass grows very quickly. We haven't had as much rain so far this year, so it's not been too bad, but all the roadside mowing and litter picking we do on the main roads in town. After the winter, we spend the rest of the year repairing winter damage and filling potholes and doing improvements to the roads and cleaning catch basins. And so there's just always something going on. And this time of year, it's more the outdoor activities. Our structures and grounds folks are painting and replacing trim and working on the buildings themselves across town, both the ones the town uses and owns, and we have a lot of leased buildings as well.
Sure. So never a dull moment for the DPW.
No,
that's right.
Never a dull moment.
Indeed. Well, Dan, I thank you so much, as always, for joining us here on BTM, and we will check in with you again next week. Have a great day.
Thanks. You too.
Thank you so much. Bye. Dan Santos, of course, is our Director of Public Works, joining us here on Barnstable This Morning. Going to send you out to look at that morning view at Barnstable Harbor. We'll be back in a few minutes.